Hello friends, I am Natalia at Mom's Dish. Today we are making air fryer salmon bites. This is such a good recipe. If you're making anything in the air fryer, it should be salmon because air fryers make salmon the best, and this one is like a perfect version of it. Let's make it. We're gonna start with the salmon fillet, and I love using similar sized pieces because you don't want them to overcook. So I love using the thicker part of the salmon. Oftentimes the farm-raised salmons are gonna be thicker, bigger chunks. I am using the wild salmon this time. This is the, I think, wild Atlantic salmon, as far as I know. Just picked it up from Costco. And then the smaller slices that are like thinner like this, you can actually air fry it on its own. We have a recipe for it as well in our YouTube channel, so you can scroll and look for it, or actually we'll link to it down below. That way you guys can easily find it. It's a great recipe. Like I said, if you make anything in air fryer, salmon is what you should be making. So let's remove the skin from this. I don't have a proper knife for this, but I'm gonna do my best to remove the skin. Just gonna cut it into chunks like this and then cut it into 2 pieces. We have our little salmon bites in here, and then for seasoning, I'm very simple. I just love a little splash of oil. I'm just gonna drizzle it. This will also prevent salmon from sticking to the basket, air fryer basket. And then we're gonna do some paprika. This adds a little smokiness and then also adds a little bit of flavor and color. I love paprika on salmon or any fish. And then we're gonna add some garlic, parsley, salt, my favorite seasoning. I use this for everything, literally for everything. So we're gonna add this for the salmon. It's just a combination of salt and garlic in here and just some dry parsley. And toss it together. Just gonna go with my hand here. Just combine it all to season it evenly. This is the air fryer I'm currently using. It's Cosori brand. I love Cosori air fryers. I had a few, and this is the one that I'm using right now. I'm gonna preheat my basket for a few minutes. That way we're placing the salmon into a warm basket and it's gonna be all ready to go. Okay, we're gonna place salmon in our air fryer basket. I have it preheated, and I'm actually gonna spray it with some oil just to prevent salmon from sticking. We do have a little bit of oil on the salmon, but I just like to be extra careful because salmon without the skin is a little bit more, like gentle. It breaks apart. Actually, let me dump this in and then I'll spread it out. Place it in the air fryer basket, leaving some space between each one. This will give you some crispy edges, cooks really quick, but you want it to be not mushy. You just want to have those crispy layers on the outside. So I'm just spreading them out in my air fryer basket. It looks like I have just the perfect amount. And we're gonna pop this at 400 degrees for about 7 minutes. One of the things that you do want to check is the internal temperature of the salmon. So it should be around 145 degrees when it's ready. Pop this in, and then crank up the temperature to 400, and then the time for about, I'm gonna check at 6-minute mark, the temperature, and then we'll see how it is. I think it's all ready. Let's check the temperature. Reach for the thermometer. Okay, we're gonna check the temperature. It's showing around 150, 149 for the bigger chunks, so that's perfect. You don't want to over dry the salmon. Nothing is worse than a dry salmon, and we're gonna build a yummy bowl. This is the way I love to eat it. You can serve it over salad. This literally took 5 minutes and just a little bit of prep time, and you can just have the best lunch ever. This is my favorite way of serving it. I have some rice, and then on top, I'm gonna place some salmon. And you guys, this is basically like a sushi bowl, but with salmon that's been cooked, that's crispy, juicy. Oh, it's so good. You can do a little splash of lemon juice, just to give it a little bit of citrusy flavor. I just love to leave some slices of lemon there. Then I do a little bit of cilantro. Probably should chop it up. And then some avocado slices. Guys, this is the best lunch ever. And if you have an air fryer, this is what you need to make. Then a sprinkle of sesame seeds. And I'm a sesame seed person, so I have the white one that's been roasted, and then I have some black sesame seeds. This will be the best lunch you'll ever eat or dinner. And I hope you love this recipe and come back for more.